I grew up sa isang family na telling the truth is morally good and telling a lie is morally evil. That kind of environment made a long-term effect sa buhay ko. My moral compass is intact and the line between right and wrong, good and evil is as clear as day. So, ganun ako lumaki. But then, I asked myself, how is it possible na God is real na sinasabi sa akin ng parents ko and at the same time they lie? Then naisip ko, paano kung isa si God sa mga lies nila? Well, they even lied about Santa Claus. So naisip ko, ano pa kayang mga ibang lies nila? Siguro ginagamit lang si God ng mga magulang ko. Sasabihin sa amin na God exists, God is real because parents want to control us. Or maybe they just care about us. Maybe. I don't know, pero doon nagsimula na maging doubtful ako. Doubtful not because I no longer know right from wrong or good from evil, but because I learned that people lie sometimes at yung iba nga mas madalas pa. But the solution to this problem is simple. I just have to learn the tools and methods na kayang ma-objectively identify kung saan doon yung lies at saan doon yung truth. They're not an absolute guarantee na it will work 100% all the time, but they're better than anything I've learned so far. With the new set of tools and methods I learned, na-realize ko na poor pala yung mga reasons for the things I had previously believed. At noong in-evaluate ko na ang mga arguments at kuno evidence for the existence of God, I found that they weren't sufficient o kaya enough to result in me na maging convinced that a God exists. And so I identified as an atheist, someone who doesn't believe that a God exists. That's when I started to unlearn yung mga toxic na traits na napulot ko from the environment I grew up in. Homophobia, gender roles, yung mga toxic na concept nila about justice, respect, obedience, culture, and family, mga misconceptions sa science, at marami pang iba. Kasi for me, it was the right thing to do. But it wasn't easy unlearning things you thought to be right and good for many years. During college, may naging girlfriend ako. My world changed when I met her. A lot of my relatives and classmates even noticed those changes. Hindi na ako bully sa mga younger cousins and sa sister ko. Less na yung mga violent na arguments ko with my parents. Naging mas kalmado ako and no longer angry all the time. Pero sa ilang years ng relationship namin, I verbally abused her. Pero sa kanya, she took those in and was just really patient para sa akin. She was really kind. She would bring me food sa school ko, tas doon kami kakain sa school canteen namin. Pero tuwing nag-aaway kami, kahit na ako yung may nagawang mali, pag binaliktad ko, siya na yung mali. Then magsusorry siya sa akin. When her father died, her relatives wanted me to move in with her. Both kasi ng mama at kuya niya ay nasa abroad. Naging less and less yung mga away namin, pero yung anger issues ko at verbal abuse ko sa kanya continued. Hindi ko ma-imagine kung anong klaseng pain ang pinagdaanan niya just to make our relationship work. One night, she brought home some food and brought gifts for me. She asked if we can both go out and have a night out. And me, a terrible person, rejected her because I was busy with something at that time. I have no idea na yun na pala ang last night namin together. Lagi naman kaming nagbe-break up pag nag-aaway. But that night, she sounded like she really meant it and that it was final. I tried to reason my way back to her but it didn't work. It felt like matagal na niyang desisyon to at matagal na niyang pinag-isipan and just chose that night as the night. So, pinak ko ang bags ko and I left. Ilang years din siyang nagtiis sa mga pangit kong ugali. I verbally abused her. I insulted her intelligence. Minamura ko siya at sinisigawan. It took her 7 years to decide to finally break up with me. I cried in front of my mom. Sabi ko sa mama ko, ba't ngayon pa kami magbe-break when problems are slowly getting fixed? Di ba na-fix ko kayo ni tatay at na-fix natin yung relationship natin as a family? Di ba na-prove ko sa inyo na weak yung foundations ng mga pinaniniwalaan nyo kaya hindi na kayo religious now? Ba't di ko kayang ma-fix ang sarili ko at ang relationship namin? Sa mga ganitong situations, other people would pick a Bible and ask for help from a God. Pero atheist ako eh. Why would I pick a Bible? Eh hindi nga ako convinced sa book na yan, di ba? So I asked my mom for help. And she helped me to calm down. I asked help from close friends para ma-distract ako from thinking bad thoughts at night. I went out, bought myself an electronic drum kit, anything that could distract me from the fact na hindi na kami ng babaeng mahal ko. I helped myself to rise back up again. So nag-concentrate ako sa career ko, sa family, at sa self. I may have done bad things, pero I know what those bad things are and I'm taking steps to fix them. At pinapaalam ko din sa mga close friends and family ko what those bad traits are para matulungan din nila akong magbago. I didn't look at myself as someone that's totally evil. Yes, I said some bad things, hurt the people I love, but that doesn't make me a totally evil person. It just means na I make mistakes and sometimes do bad things. And I don't allow myself to make those mistakes and bad actions again kasi mali naman talagang manakit ng kapwa. I pat myself on the back for every small achievement or progress I make. That's what keeps my brain healthy kaya hindi ako madaling mabiktima sa mga guilt-tripping tactics ng iba. Na kaya daw iniwan ako ng ex ko kasi non-believer ako, na kailangan ko daw ang Diyos para maging mabuting tao. I mean, if the belief in God makes an evil person become good, then good for them. Sorry, but God just doesn't work for me. Hindi ko kailangang maniwala sa Diyos para maging mabuting tao. Ang line between right and wrong ay hindi suddenly nabublur just because wala akong God na pinaniniwalaan. Nabublur lang ito kung masama ka talagang tao, may Diyos ka mang pinaniniwalaan o wala. My story isn't unique. A lot of us experience breakups and heartaches. But what's probably different than usual is how I responded with the problem. Instead na basahin ang Bible at tanungin si God kung totoo ba talaga siya by asking for signs, like how theists who are just confused and angry at God would do, I asked help from family and friends. At kung may Diyos man, breakup ko pa talaga ang pagtutuunan niya ng pansin at di yung mga random na bata na ipinanganak na may mga terminal diseases and disabilities. At kahit na siguro hindi breakup yung nangyari sa amin, kundi namatay yung ex ko for whatever reason. Ganun na ba ka-special ang tingin ko sa sarili ko para mag-focus si God sa akin among other people who also have lost their loved ones? Does God play favorites o narcissistic ka lang talaga? How come these types of theists feel both a nobody and feel very special about themselves before their God at the same time? Sayang at hindi ako naging theist sa na-experience kong pain. I could have emotionally manipulated you now by reading you my cherry-picked, corny, and philosophical mumbo-jumbo from the Bible. Tapos sasabayan ko pa ito ng very inspiring na background music para may dramatic effect talaga. Oh wait. Gusto ko sana sa end ng video na ito na iiyak ako before ako isubmerge sa tubig para mabaptized. To show you na I'm a better man now. To show you my complete allegiance to God. Ipakita na mahal ko talaga ang Diyos at hindi ito feeling of guilt lang sa mga kasalanan ko sa ex ko and that I'm just punishing myself for the people I've hurt in the past. But I'm an atheist and we just have different ways of solving problems.